Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video, I'm going to get in the holiday spirit by making a Krampus wall decoration. My name is Katora and let's get started. The legend of Krampus is believed to originate from Germany. Krampus is a half-goat, half-demon that arrives on December 5th to punish misbehaving children. According to Germanic folklore, he is Saint Nick's sinister counterpart. The two represent the balance between good and evil. I'll be using Super Sculpey medium for this project. To kick things off, I'll be starting with the teeth. I rolled the clay out super thin. After that, I cut it into little pieces. I do not want my Krampus to have pristine teeth, so I'll be using a stiff bristle brush to mess them up. For the hands, I'll be taking sculpture wire and making it into a hand shape and covering it with some clay. Once I've sufficiently coated the wires with clay, I'll be poking and prodding them with a variety of tools to make them look less like hot dogs on a stick and more like fingers. And not just regular fingers, I want them really gross and gnarly. Off camera, I did the fingernails the same way I did the teeth earlier. Now that I'm done sculpting the hands, it's time to put them in their permanent poses. Now that they have been properly posed, it's time to give them a once-over with the stiff bristle brush. For the horns, I'm going to roll out a long cone shape. I'll take that piece of clay and start twisting it around to imitate the ridges on the ram's horn. Finally, I'll add a piece of sculpture wire to the horn. For the base of the head, I'll be using an old, tiny paper tube and some aluminum foil. I'll take that aluminum foil, make it into a ball, and then attach it to the tube. Then added a few facial features with some aluminum foil. Next, I'll coat my aluminum ball with a thin layer of clay. I dug through my eye box and found the perfect set of eyes for my Krampus. A little bit of Sculpey glue will help hold them in place while I sculpt around them. Because there is no plan and I'm only going off of vibes, my strategy is to add wrinkles on top of wrinkles. My goal is to have my Krampus friend look cutesy scary. Think Jim Henson's Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal scary, but not scary scary. I kept the ears pretty simple. Most of the pictures I found of Krampus online throughout the decades, he was depicted with a pointy, devilish ear. So that's what I did. Before I send my friend to the oven, I'll use my stiff bristle brush once again and some isopropyl alcohol to erase my fingerprints. As you could tell from the thumbnail, I went with the red-faced version of the Krampus. To give him his sinister crimson skin, I started with a layer of black paint. I followed that up with a layer of magenta paint. After the magenta layer was completely dry, I started the dry brush train. I used a medium tone red and then dry brushed my way up to lighter reds. While I am finishing up dry brushing my little Krampus here, I'd like to take a second and thank you so much for watching this video. And if you haven't already, could you please hit that like button? And if you're feeling extra wild, go ahead and hit that subscribe button too. I washed the nails with sepia brown to make them look a little more disgusting. And same for the teeth. To give the tongue a nice slimy texture, I used a high gloss varnish. To create the chains, I used Worbla Black. I like using Worbla Black because it is fairly easy to use and you don't have to have any special equipment, just a heat gun in your hands and your everyday sculpting tools. My project manager has shown up to make sure I have selected the proper sticks to make the switch. Once I got his approval, I taped them together, wrapped them with a green ribbon, and then added some bells at the end. Now that the painting is complete, it's time to attach the horns, tongue, and fur. I use 16 gauge aluminum wire to attach the hands to the head and neck. To help bulk up the armature, I used plastic bags. I'm hoping by adding the layer of plastic bags, this will add some dimension and flow to the fabric once we add our Master of Mischief's cloak. For the cloak, I took a piece of square black fabric and I folded the opposite ends together to make a triangle. Next, I cut an opening in the middle that my Krampus's head could fit through. A quick check by our head of quality control, and we are on to the final phase. To mount our beloved Krampus to the wall, I drilled a small hole in the top of his head and then installed an eyelet screw. A little bit of weathering with a steel brush, and that will bring our project to a close. I would like to thank you again for watching this video, and I hope it has inspired you to go out and create something of your own. My name is Katora, and I will see you next time. Now let's check out the final reveal.